Hello, Gravy Timothy's, and welcome back to More Focus to Z, the little series I have on YouTube on the game Hearts of Iron 4, where we look at all the focuses in the game for each nation and see which is the worst, or realistically, which ones people just don't do. And today, we have reached Latvia, a nation I'm going to be real with you, I haven't played too much of. You know, today I think we'll do the Latvia-Belarus SSR. Okay, I'm just kidding, but we have already done the Estonian-Belarus SSR, which is way more cursed if you haven't watched that video. No, today with Latvia, I think we're gonna go ahead and go over for the Latvians focus. And there is good reason for that, because in our Estonia video, we did go ahead and ally with the Soviets, essentially. So now I want to do the same thing, but with the Germans. And this time, you also won't have to become a puppet. Uh-oh, watch out, Timmy. It's the Perkin crusts. They wish for only one thing, to take the crusts off our sandwiches and replace them with Perkins. What's a Perkin? We don't know. So it is a bit precarious for us to get our Latvia only for the Latvians, because the Perkin crusts are a real pain in my Latvia. You see, we need to keep them under 55% support, or else they will go ahead and revolt against us. So we need to very precariously get down to, I think, seek alignment with the Germans to flip, instead of doing it any other way. So we need them in power, but not too powerful. Now, if we do the Thunder Rules alone, we do get some very, very nice buffs that are definitely kind of winning me over. But the problem is, we're very unlikely to be accepted into the German faction, which would be a little bit against the point of what we're doing today. But I did want to note that these are some very good stuffs you can get right here, but you will be forever alone, just like the meme. Okay, mission complete. We have managed to get the Perkin Crust himself in charge, and look at him in all his Chajak glory. You can get a couple of the good bonuses over here, but you can't go any further than Diev's Keepers over here, so you don't get State Paganism or the Wrath of the Old Gods, which is fine, you know, for what we're doing today, but they are very nice. We get two options past that, where we can go ahead and slowly support the other Baltic nations into joining us, or I think you know which one we're doing. My name is literally the Thunder Cross Latvia. Of course, we're going with lightning. Oh, that makes it easy. We got Lithuania. We didn't get Estonia, but we will get Estonia. Oh, we also got Latvia's entire army too. I did not even notice. And Estonia is no more. Now, I mentioned it in our Estonia video, funnily enough, that usually you kind of want to wait for the Baltics to finish a whole bunch of their focuses before you do this. But yeah, sadly, we didn't have much time, because I do have a few plans today. Also, we could just go ahead and click Unify the Baltics right now, which I guess I might as well do, but we are going to go ahead and do Ostland as well. We also have the option for the United Baltic Empire, which is 100% probably better for us to do, but you know what? People always ask me for this. I guess I'll finally give it you. There you go. Isn't that disgusting? It does go ahead and give us a few more cores that we can work to getting a bit later on. I guess I could technically just, I mean, could I sneak that in? Probably not, but it would have been funny. Instead, we'll just get that later when we end up inevitably fighting this fellow with the giant mustache. Okay, so I don't plan on sitting back for the fight against the Allies. In fact, I do plan on doing Mr. Farage's worst nightmare and sending the entirety of the Baltics down into England. That's right, boys. We're hot dropping into Clacton. Well, as soon as I've bought enough Hungarian guns to give my men. Okay, well, I'm sure you've seen this one before. I'm sure you've also seen the precautionary save before as well. Yeah, it's going to be a little risky. I'm not going to put anything on the border over here, so hopefully the Germans have that dealt with. And I'm just going to hot drop into Paris immediately, all on my own, and then hopefully get the full capitulation on them. It looks like we did. Nice! Ostland is now Westland. Alright, it's going to be a little bit tight here, I reckon. I only have 48 divisions. They are pretty decent, but I did just upgrade them. And, you know what? I should probably degrade them. I'm just going to take that field hospital back. And then we're going to see if we can't replicate what we just did on the French. And it looks like we can, because they haven't even bothered to garrison Norwich. All right, now we see how many of the Latvians we sent over actually make it. Okay, I won't lie. I don't know where the UK is. Yeah. Can you imagine if I accepted this right now? They'd just get France. Or they'll just release France back into the wild. Well, I was really hoping we could get the UK before the Soviets actually did this. As you can see, not exactly prepared over there. We got 9 days to work with, and I'm going to make the most of it. Oh, actually, maybe we'll be safe. They've just gone in on Finland. Surely they wouldn't be stupid enough to start 2 at once, right? Alright, nice. How do you have more points than me? Okay, so we got everything we needed. Well, I say needed, everything we wanted very easy. I got both a puppet on the UK and France. I got a couple more little territories over here that we needed for the resources. Got a whole bunch of aluminiums and some oil, which is very useful. But the majority of stuff, as you can probably tell, went to the Germans and the Italians. I mean, I got the best stuff, but they still got quite a bit over there. Right now, we have to run back to go defend the homeland. You all did very well, boys. You can have your field hospital back now. The big reason we went ahead and actually puppeted France and England is because if you remember in our Estonia gameplay, we ran out of manpower so many times and could never really get anywhere with it. So we're hopefully going to get around that issue today by conscripting all the English and French people to die for Latvia. Yeah, cool. Latvia also now has a fleet, definitely home built, and just ignore that smell of garlic when you walk onto the ships. That's normal. Oh, well, I thought the Russians might not actually come in because, I don't know if you can tell, but it's not really stacked against them. I don't think they're going to do too well here, but nope, they're coming in. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my manpower just yet. I think we'll just leave it to our allies, let them get stuck in, and then when they get stuck, I will build a few railways, I think. Just somehow the Latvian Navy just keeps on getting larger. How does this keep happening? Oh, you can thank me later, world. France and England are no more. And the people have decided to all become proud Latvians today. You know you're flush with the manpower, and even the Germans want a piece of it. Well, there you go. There's 1,000 Latvians. Don't spend it too quickly. Oh, wait. We didn't puppet anyone over there, did we? Okay, no. For a second, I thought we might have to go beat up the Japanese. I don't think it would be too difficult looking at the current size of my navy. I mean, sure, there's no planes on the aircraft carriers. But why would you need them? Yeah, I don't think the Germans really need our help there. And in fact, they're just kind of growing our land even more. Not that I really want to hold any more Soviet land other than the couple of cores we have on them. So instead, I think we're just going to go start beef elsewhere. First, I must decipher the secrets of actually using this navy. Okay, looked away for a second. The Swiss have turned Chinese. Surprisingly, it looks like our Axis buddies actually have this one sorted on their own, which means I feel less guilty about what I'm about to do to Sweden. Just kidding, I don't feel guilty at all. Especially because they still can't beat Switzerland. It's alright, play extra time, boys. We'll take those little chocolate munchers on penalties. Alright, this will be a little bit embarrassing if I fail to actually get across. It should probably be a good sign of actually put the navy out, huh? Again, you can't blame me. We are still figuring out this whole boat thing. Oh, apparently we're pretty good at it. Well, they actually managed to do it. I am somewhat impressed. Yes, the great debate that split the Axis up for good. Who owns Jan Mayen? Come on, boys. Can we not just split this island into 3? I really like it. I've run out of points for the great battle of Jan Mayen. I guess, somewhat. Why does the AI do this? I hate it so much. You know, I think my nation's looking pretty good, but there's just something that's kind of, keeping it apart. Oh, well, Japan did go in on the Germans after all. There we go. That is gonna fix the borders up quite nicely. Oh, you know, I only just realized the US is still a thing, and that they're, just going in on the Germans. They're not even in a faction. Okay, Germany. If you put as much effort into this as you did of the great debate of Jan Mayen, I think we might get somewhere. The Germans have lost 1 million men to Switzerland. That's more than the US. Oh god, the Italians have as well. I'm on the wrong team. Okay, Finland, I'll keep you safe. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a Swiss menace out there just doing absolute numbers. Right there, that's pretty nice. I'm not too sure what else we can get up to. I don't really fancy going all the way to the US right now. And do they need my help in Japan? I could probably go ahead and swing the great Latvian Navy over there, I guess. I also inherited like 100 submarines of various capacities, so I guess I'll just whack those around Japan as well. Yeah, it's kind of weird that you can go down both of these paths over here. Like, I guess technically we could work our way to actually becoming democratic or even socialist, I guess. It's just a bit of a weird one, especially because a lot of the stuff that's even over here is just stuff that's also over here. Like, I already have the Baltics. I don't need the Baltics too. Oh, I must have missed this episode of Sopranos. In we go against the Japanese. Let's see if we can't find their fleet somewhere. Wait, do they even have a fleet? I didn't even bother to check that. They have a fleet! Right, it's safe to say we're demolishing the Japanese at the seas. Oh, look at that. We actually got 23% participation right now. You got sunk enemy ships, 2,400 points. I think they actually did buff that recently so that when you do sink ships, you get more participation for it. But, you know, I wasn't expecting that much. To be fair, though, I am absolutely decimating the Japanese. It does come at the cost of our brave Latvian warriors at the ocean. HMS Arrow. Yeah, Germans are somehow just eating rocks over here. I have no idea how or why, especially since they actually managed to pull... Wait, did they actually just get China there? How did they get China? Oh, my army just teleported over here. Yeah, just somehow we entered a void that took us all the way back to Europe. Oh. And now the Asian alliance has formed between Bhutan and Brazil. Not a union you'd really think of off the top of your head. Oh, the Chinese capitulating as well. I think that means the Swiss might have been the ones in charge, been the major power there, but I doubt it. I think the Swiss probably had held out that entire time and only just lost there due to a technicality. You know, Turkey? I think you may actually be onto something in solving this whole North-South Korean problem. Oh man, I really can't be bothered to set up some naval invasion for Japan. There's just no point. Surely, like, the AI could do that, right? Not a single one aimed at them. Oh, Bhutan has capitulated. Great news, or these are dark times. I'm stuck for choice. You thought you could escape it, but I didn't. I went down the democratic path over here, wondering what it would turn my nation into. And at first, yeah, look at that. The flag's back to normal. But then you look at the name, and it's turned me into the Baltic Belarus Republic. I thought I could escape it, but I could not. I've been brought back to Belarus. Oh, it's safe to say me sinking those navies paid off. I got a little bit of points here. Not that I need anything. Okay, but there you go. Look, the last jewel of the Baltic Belarus Republic, Japan. Welcome, boys. Well, you know, I do have to say, it wasn't too bad of a game, but it wasn't exactly any different than the Estonian one, I'll be real. Maybe it's because I wiped the Allies and didn't just focus on the Soviets. Maybe then I would have had a bit more enjoyment, but at the same time, you know what? We created such a horrible mess that I got to appreciate it. Yeah, I do think the Baltic trees are still really good and very powerful. It's just they're all a bit samey. You know, there's not too much different. And obviously the series is obviously to play the ones that I haven't done or I would not play or, you know, go for something different. But at the same time, it kind of felt the same as the other one. I mean, in a way, I've literally ended up as the exact same country as I was in Estonia. But I've still had fun, and it was a very short game, only 1944. Usually we're playing these damn things into the 50s nowadays, but that's mostly because the game runs a lot smoother, a lot faster, especially on a good PC, so we do get through it a bit quicker. But either way, I did enjoy it. Again, very similar to the other Estonian trait, but not bad. I'm sure Lithuania will totally be something different. Won't it, Lithuania? But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like down below and hit that subscribe button for more Hearts of Iron 4 Focus to Z. Well, actually, you're already going through all these nations pretty quickly, and there's not a lot left to see, although there are some real stinkers coming up. So, please come back for more.